Orally transmitted teachings, Ongi Kuden, in Japanese on Buddhism Lesson 20 bis the Three Great Masters, Meikaguchi, Toda, Ikeda Part 2, Daisaku Ikeda, the father of the universalization of Orthodox Buddhism Toda Nirvana, and Nirvana. Countless are people who think that it is over for the Soka Gakkai. Absolutely not. His successor, Daisaku Ikeda, will not only strengthen the Japanese foundations of the Soka Gakkai, but also and above all will universalize Orthodox Buddhism. Who is Daisaku Ikeda? On August 14, 1947, a young man invited to a summer school was fundamentally seduced by the stature of Josei Toda. Daisaku Ikeda, that's his name, 10-day period later converted to Orthodox Buddhism. This young man trained tirelessly alongside the president of the Soka Gakkai for 11 years, before taking over the leadership of the said organization. Daisaku Ikeda universalized Orthodox Buddhism before spreading Buddhism throughout the world. President Ikeda set about strengthening the Japanese base. The Japanese foundations of Buddhism consolidated in July 1960. The goal of 1.5 million practitioners is reached before the end of the term, 7 months ahead of schedule. The Soka Gakkai embarks on the construction of many temples for the benefit of the Nichiren Shoshu. During the ceremony marking the reconstruction of Myoren-ji Hall, the administrator Nittatsu said, "Now, in 1970, exactly 642 years after Nanjõ Tokimitsu's death, an exceptional person of great devotion is reviving his spirit." This is Daisaku Ikeda, head of all the secular organizations of the Nichiren Shoshu. Thanks to the efforts of this individual, both in the main temple, old buildings have been restored, new buildings have been erected, the number of believers is increasing day by day, and in one great leap, Nichiren Shoshu has been recognized throughout the world as a major religion, this by virtue of the deep belief of Daisaku Ikeda and his meritorious achievements. It may well be called the Nanjõ Tokimitsu of our time. Overseas propagation efforts crowned with success the creation of the Soka Gakkai International on October 2, 1960. President Ikeda took his pilgrim's stick for the international Kosen-Rufu movement. He went first to Hawaii, then to the United States and to Canada where the first national embryos of the Soka Gakkai were born. Thus, Hawaii was home to the first overseas. In Brazil is created the first chapter of the Soka Gakkai outside Japan. On January 26, 1975, 51 countries with 154 members met on the island of Guam, in the South Pacific, for the World Peace Conference, the first of its kind. The Soka Gakkai International was thus officially born, with 17 legally constituted national associations. Administrator Nittatsu Zada during this founding conference of the Soka Gakkai International on January 26, 1975, the administrator Nittatsu underlined for the umpteenth time, the decisive nature of the action of President Daisaku Ikeda in the globalization of the movement. The propagation of Buddhist law depends on time. This is what Nichiren Daishonin taught. Nevertheless, time does not come by itself. It was President Ikeda who created the time for the propagation of Buddhist law throughout the world. His efforts earned him admiration of the fundamental Buddha. I express my deep respect for the efforts you have made so far to anchor Buddhist law in every country, overcoming difficulties based on President Ikeda's guidelines. World peace is our ideal and our ultimate goal as Buddhists, disciples of Nichiren Daishonin. At present, it is President Ikeda who has taken the lead in provoking the rising tide of world peace. I hope that you will achieve world peace around President Ikeda. The mathematical evaluation of the global success of Kosen-Rufu thanks to propagation efforts, in Japan and overseas, the Soka Gakkai has 10 million practicing families in Japan and more than 2 million families outside Japan. This makes a total of 12 million practicing families in the world. Of the break between the Soka Gakkai and the Nichiren Shoshu, this immense success of the worldwide Kosen-Rufu movement will arouse jealousy and hatred among the monks of the Nichiren Shoshu, who will excommunicate the Soka Gakkai in November 1991. After ingesting this educational capsule, it will be possible for you to deepen your knowledge on this theme by referring to my sutras or writings of a Buddha, in Sanskrit, where it is developed at length. These sutras are available in French, the original version, in American English and in German in paperback and Kindle books on all Amazon sales sites. Regarding the Amazon KDP links to my sutras, please refer to my TikTok or Facebook profiles or even to Lesson 11 of my teachings. All my videos are compiled on my 3 YouTube channels, Kosen Rufu TV, English Kosen Rufu TV and Kosen Rufu Well. For the links to these channels, see my bio or type the title of the channel of your choice in the Google search bar.